The first thing I want to say is that this is a very unfortunate incident, and our hearts and our prayers are with the victim's family in this matter. But the task I have now is to meet with Karen in the upcoming days, discuss with her what her legal options are, and prepare for an aggressive defense. I will have an opportunity to meet with her, our legal team, and our experts to discuss what is in this affidavit of probable cause, to discuss toxicology issues, to discuss accident reconstruction issues. We'll determine what's in her best circumstances.
Okay. Pete, has she been remorseful, sorry to the family about what happened, allegedly?
Well, it's kind of unfair to her to ask because, she's not supposed to have contact with the victim's family at this point. The day will come, I'm sure, when there'll be an opportunity for everyone to express their feelings and their positions. Today's not that day. Through me, I am expressing to the family, and I express to Mr. Vough that our hearts and our prayers and our thoughts are with the victim's family. At this point now, she's detained in the Luzerne County Correctional Facility on a probation violation, and what she has to do now is meet with me to discuss how we're going to address this.
Okay.
Uh, we made an arrest today of Michelle McCann, I believe that's her name, um, the defendant in this case, who was involved in a car accident roughly 3 weeks ago in Kingston, where a landscaper was doing his job on a street in 3rd Avenue in Kingston when she proceeded down the road, jumped a curb, and hit Mr. McLaughlin, causing his death. She was on parole for a previous DUI. We pressed the charges today with regards to DUI homicide, leaving the scene of an accident causing personal injury or death, and driving unlicensed causing personal injury or death, and 2 counts of DUI and numerous summaries. Bail was set at $50,000. She could not make bail, and she was lodged at Luzerne County Correctional Facility today.
Mike, is it straight bail?
At straight $50,000 bail, yes. We'll prosecute the case to the fullest extent. The McLaughlin family is very distraught over the loss of their father and their husband, I met with them after the proceedings today, explained the process to them, and we'll be prepared for a preliminary hearing on September 3rd.
Mike, what are the allegations? A bunch of different prescription drugs or alcohol or both?
This is a non-alcohol case. This is strictly a drug case. She had cocaine and cocaine derivatives in her bloodstream, along with numerous prescription medications. Officers, when they arrested her after the accident, where she fled the scene, she was apprehended roughly 3 miles from the scene. Noticed an unsteady gait, altered ability to speak, altered ability to stand. They determined that she was under the influence of something at that point. Blood was drawn, a blood test was done, and there are numerous cocaine along with numerous prescription medications in her system.
Mike, it's a situation where she should not have been driving to begin with.
Absolutely. She was on DUI suspension at the time she was driving.
Okay, her license was suspended for 1 year from that previous DUI?
Correct. Yes. Yeah. And we've also charged her with the summary offense of driving under DUI suspension, which carries a 90-day prison sentence also. This is a 3 to 6 year mandatory on the DUI homicide, and there's 1 to 2 year mandatories on the 2 leaving the scene and driving unlicensed.
What's the threshold for the drug DUI as opposed to, like 0.08 for alcohol?
Right.
Is there
It depends on the drug. We will have a toxicologist testify at trial, looking at her levels. A lot of the drug cases depend upon her ability to drive safely, and the observations of the officers when they apprehended her will be very important in this case.
Mike, are you seeing more cases like this where people are driving under the influence of a controlled substance?
I do all of these in the county, so I see them all. We've seen an increase in drugs. People driving under the influence of drugs. Again, the bath salts issue, it still is an issue, but when it was a legal issue, you saw a lot of people under the influence of bath salts driving their vehicles. Homicides. This is 3 or 4 in the last couple years with regards to drugs only. We're still heavily involved with alcohol, and alcohol is still the drug of choice in these kind of matters.